Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Happy birthday to you. And by the way, y'all, today is my son's birthday. Just turned 30. But y'all, let's get into these beautiful sisters, Tiana and Diamond Bradley. I look at them as my grandkids, okay? And we're going to get into a couple things about the update on their stories that a lot of y'all forgotten. And y'all, what I say is allegedly, okay? Because I'm trying to figure out what happened to these babies. Even though they grown now, they still babies. Let's get into the girl's Lime life story. If the mom is not a trouble mom and she's friendly, she's nice, she's not in no kind of abusive relationship, I don't see why they missing. Is the question really they missing? Are they with a relative? Who are these beautiful girls with? Now, this is supposedly be how Tiana Bradley look. I don't think that they look like that now. And that's just how they supposed to be on look then. 22 on the right for Tiana and Diamond on the left. Supposed to be in 15. Now, I'm going to update you all on these girls, okay? Tionda Bradley is now 34. Still young. Probably got kids of her own. And Diamond on the left side. Well, Tiana on my right. Diamond on my left side. Born November 25th. And she's 28 now. Two young girls. I think has went their separate ways. They was divided. They were separated. They are taken care of allegedly. Now, let's check this out. Here are some things that was said about when the girls first missing. And somebody wrote this back in 2013. You know, over here on this channel, old news is good news to us, okay? That's the only way we can find out when we go back and check, recap the old information. Tionda Diamond Brackley was last seen at her family residence at the 3500 block of South Lake Park Avenue in Chicago, Illinois, on July the 6th, 2001. Which we know July the 6th already passed. It's like our anniversary. This is the awareness of these two beautiful young ladies. Her mother departed for work at approximately 3 a.m., as I told y'all before. And Tiana and her younger sister, Diamond Bradley, stayed at the house during the morning. Their mother, Tracy Bradley, discovered that the girls was not inside their residence when she returned approximately 11 a.m. Now, y'all, pay attention to the time. She went to work at 6:30. She wasn't gone for 4 hours. And I want to give it to the mom. She was out there working. She wasn't even gone long enough for them to be out the door. Now, Tiana apparently left a note stating that she and Diamond planned to walk to a nearby school and store, which I know the mama didn't like that because she wanted them to lock the door and do not open that door for nobody. Tiana was enrolled in the summer class at the Doolittle Elementary School at that time. But the school officials said that she was absent the day of her disappearance. Several neighborhood children told authorities that they saw Tiana and Diamond playing outside of their residence at approximately 12 o'clock. And the only thing about that story, y'all, I don't believe it is because the mama was at home at 11 a.m., not knowing that they was in the house, okay? But was on the playground. So, at approximately 12 p.m., several, okay, let me say that again. Let me say that again. Let me say that again, y'all. Several neighborhood children told authority that they saw Tiana and Diamond playing outside of their residence approximately 12 p.m. Neither child has been heard from again. Now, why would the kids be missing out the neighborhood if they saw both of those girls? Okay? Those were their friends, right? Neither child has been heard from ever again. An extensive search of the surrounding area produced no clues as to their whereabouts. Tiana is described, Tiana is described as having a shy nature when dealing with strangers. So I don't think she would go with a stranger. I think she would go with somebody that she know. Her hobbies was like running track and dancing. Now, Tiana is the oldest, y'all. She older, okay? She older than her sister. Authorities said that Tracy, which is the mother, was not cooperating, okay? Tracy wasn't cooperating with the investigators in relation to her daughters. She wasn't cooperating at first. So is her life in danger? The mom, reason why she wasn't cooperating? Why wasn't she cooperating at first? She shoved a police officer who requested that she accompany him to the precinct to discuss new leads. In the March of 2002, Tracy was placed in handcuffs, y'all, and taken to the station, where she briefly spoke with investigators. Her attorney arrived shortly, spoke with investigators. Her attorney arrived shortly thereafter and stopped the interview. Why did he stop the interview? My thing is this. You got two missing girls, and the attorney don't want the mother to talk to the investigators? So they let me know, that they are safe. It's something. So anyway, y'all. So when the attorney got down there, he stopped the investigators. Authorities said that Tracy missed several scheduled appointments with detectives in the past. Why is she missing her appointments, and why is the attorney keeping her from talking to the detective? How are the detectives going to find them if the attorney don't want her to talk to nobody? It's crazy. So Tracy, spiritual advisor, told the media that officers had violated her rights by forcibly taking her to the precinct. Authorities said that Tracy was physically combated, and they needed to restrain her in handcuffs. Now, that wasn't right. Okay, I don't understand this, y'all. I told y'all in one of my videos that I believe they safe. And the mom believe they are safe. Why wouldn't they want her to talk to the detective? Okay, when they are trying to find your children. So what happened was that Tracy's mother voluntarily took a polygraph exam shortly after Tiana and Diamond disappeared as the matter of cooperation. She is not being called a suspect in her daughter's disappearances. Authorities are interviewing most of the girls, relatives, and friends. Once again, as the investigation continued, they searched the children's great grandmother, great grandfather, Wisconsin home, okay? But found no evidence. No evidence now. But why did they search the great grandfather's Wisconsin home? That's what I want to know. I told y'all somebody protecting these girls. Now some investigators theorized that Diamond and Tiana were taken by a Middle Eastern man who had paid child support for one of them until the summer of 2001. When you say a Middle East man, you think about out overseas, right? Okay. Allegedly, y'all. Okay, that they were taken by a Middle Eastern man who had paid child support for one of them until the summer of 2001, when he learned he was not the father. Oh boy. Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI agents, went to Morocco. Okay? So they took those girls, the Middle Eastern man took those girls 4,000 something miles to Morocco. That's in Africa. Okay? The only way you're going to get here is by airplane. That's the only way you're going to get to Morocco. Morocco, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. It's by airplane. Okay, let's get back to the girls. Let's get back. I had to show y'all the map. So, because Morocco is in the Middle Eastern. Okay? Investigate. So what happened was some investigators, let me see where I'm at, yeah. The guy who was from Morocco was paying child support. He had paid child support for one of them. I don't know which one, but he paid child support. And for one of them until the summer of, he stopped paying child support in 2001 when they went missing. So they're telling me allegedly that he may have them. Allegedly, okay? Just telling you what I'm after research. Now, when he learned he was not her father, that's when he stopped paying. It's the child support. When he learned, he stopped paying the child support. How did he learn it? That's the question. How did he learn that he wasn't the father? How did he learn it? When did he learn it? What time of year was that when he learned 2001, before they went missing? Okay, now the Bureau, the FBI agent went there. And I just showed y'all the map. They went there to investigate the lead, but did not find any evidence that the Bradley children had been there. And them people over there ain't gonna talk. Now the police believe Tiana would have contacted her loved ones by now. The reason why they said that, but the mama changed the phone number, remember? And y'all got to remember now, the detective, her attorney didn't want them to talk to them, period. So the mama's scared of something. something that the mama is afraid, the mother is afraid. Okay, so when the mama changed the number, that threw Tiana out. Tiana, because she did know a number, but they probably took her phone. I don't know. So anyway, y'all, the FBI agent went there to Morocco, to investigate the lead, but did not find any evidence that the Brackley children had been there. The police believed, like I said, that Tiana would have contacted her loved ones by now, if she could have. Okay? They think both children are either deceased or have been taken out of the country. I don't feel like they deceased. I don't think that they deceased. Why would they be deceased? What did they do to be deceased? It's my questions. Okay, so we haven't seen the father. We don't know what the father like, but the FBI did go there, okay, and did a little investigation. Authorities located a young girl who matched Diamond description in November of 2001, okay? The child was lost, and investigator asked Tracy to identify the girl, but she refused. Why is the mama refusing, y'all? Why did the mother refuse? Now, Tracy, I was giving you the benefit of the doubt, baby. But I'm still trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. Why is it that Tracy is not trying to get her daughters? Somebody doing something to that woman. That girl doing something happened to make Tracy feel like I believe she loved her daughters. Now, after they tried to find, after they located that lost girl, Tracy, the lost girl, the investigator asked Tracy to identify that little girl. She refused. Okay, Tracy's mother arrived at the precinct and stated that the child was not Diamond. Now, why is it that somebody is controlling? Somebody is controlling Tracy, to me. I think somebody is telling Tracy what to do. Somebody is leading Tracy for her to not to identify her own kids. So Tracy's mother arrived at, now Tracy's mother just like Naziah Harris' grandmama. Tracy's mother arrived at the precinct and stated that the child was not Diamond. The girl was eventually identified and returned to her family. You see what I mean? You got a lot of missing girls out there that Diamond and Tiana and Naziah is trying to save. Okay? Now, the girl would eventually identify and return to her family. Human remains believed to be those of a girl in her early teens were found in an industrial area on the far south side of Chicago. They coming up with all kind of bodies now. Near some railroad tracks in the late April 2005. But scientists who examined the remains said they was probably from a Caucasian or a Hispanic girl. They have not been identified. Well, they finding everything now. So, after hearing this information that I provided to y'all, which you, those who already heard of this information, what are you thinking? What do you think? What do you think is very important to me? Okay? Now, the Bradley sister case was closed. Why they closed, I don't know. But the case remained unsolved. But if you have any information of the beautiful girls, please dial 1-800-THE-LOST. And that's 1-800-843-5678. Chicago Police Department. It's not too late. Now, like I said, on the right is Tiana. Tiana is now 34, still young. And Diamond is now 28. I believe the girl's still alive and still out there and safe and don't move on with their lives under a different identity and a scam ID card for a scam identity theft social security number. What y'all think? Hope y'all enjoyed this reaction. Please like, share, and subscribe. And we're going to stay on the ass. I'm out, y'all.